Gary Vaynerchuk said it best a while back. I remember in some early random Facebook post, he was like, this is the pause that you've all been waiting for. And if you can't do it with this pause, then you're never going to do it. What is going on, everybody? It's your boy NeoStarling, and I am back here with another podcast. So, remapping, that is the topic of today. What you might ask is remapping. Well, I'm going to explain it to you, and I'm glad that you asked that question because it's very prevalent and very important to this topic at hand here. So, I read back in this book called Fitness Confidential by Vinnie Tortorich. You should check it out. It's available on Audible. It's called Fitness Confidential. I am in no way, shape, or form sponsored by Audible, but I felt that it was necessary to plug this particular individual because I didn't want to take this concept of remapping and make it my own when it really isn't. All I want to do is add and sort of broaden that particular subject. So that's what I'm going to do. I want to individualize it to my perspective on it and what I feel remapping is. Okay, so essentially, when you have Google Maps, right? Maps in general, and you have the truck drivers or car drivers running by and they have this little scanner that they're scanning back and forth. And that scanner is sort of mapping the area so that it can update it to its current version, right? That's considered remapping. So you're remapping a system in order to better illustrate what is actually going on with that particular area so that when you look up a certain area, you have up-to-date information, right? That's called remapping. Now, we sort of remap in our own lives on a day-to-day basis, and we don't even realize it. Now, in what aspect might you ask? I'm going to explain it to you. And granted, I am in no way, shape, or form going to edit this video. This is straight off the cuff. This is my feelings towards it, and this is how I feel personally regarding 2020 and the state that we are in this 2020 time period, right? So with that said, 2020 has provided us with a very difficult situation. We have never in human history, or let me rephrase that, at the very least in our current history, have we dealt with something as serious as this pandemic. This pandemic has essentially shut down the world as we know it, not just the United States. Now, granted, to extend an olive branch, this particular pandemic has benefited certain people, and it has also been a detriment to others. Some people lost their jobs, some people lost their loved ones, some people gained new work, some people gained new opportunity, and some people realized that they had the power within themselves to achieve what they thought they never could once they had some time available, right? Gary Vaynerchuk said it best a while back. I remember in some early random Facebook post, he was like, this is the pause that you've all been waiting for. And if you can't do it with this pause, then you're never gonna do it, right? So this is remapping. We are remapping our genome. We are remapping our human history as we know it. Our children and our grandchildren, we're gonna tell them about this time, okay? They're gonna know about a time where we had to wear masks every day in order for us to function in normal society, or else we couldn't function as normal people because everyone was getting sick. Some people were dying off. Some people were just getting really, really sick, and some people just weren't affected at all, right? It varies, it depends. But remapping, we remap in a lot of different ways on a day-to-day basis. For example, your fitness. Let's say that you're overweight and you could stand to lose a few pounds. Now, that's not an insult to anyone. Granted, you know what? If you're happy with your current weight level, then you're happy with it. No one can judge or dictate what you do with your own personal life. We are the arbiters. We are the author of our own lives. Remember that you are the main character of your own story, and nobody gets to dictate who you are. Now, with that said, remapping is very interesting because let's say you're like 50, 60 pounds overweight, right? For example, and you start losing weight, you start eating healthier, you start hitting the gym, you start changing your eating habits, you start changing your relationship with food. All of a sudden, you find yourself in a different weight. You are no longer as lethargic. When you're waking up in the morning, it is now suddenly not an issue with your breathing. You drink more liquids to keep yourself hydrated on a day-to-day basis, and your life starts to progressively and steadily improve, right? Now, when that happens, you're remapping your own internal systems. And when you are doing that, you're changing the fabric of your very existence and how you function on a day-to-day basis. That affects your relationships with your friends, your family, your significant other, and opportunities, right? We are looking to remap. Now, when I look at remapping, I've always considered it as just personal growth, right? I guess you could just attribute it to that, and there you go. You can close this video, shut it off. You already got the info you came for. You can close it and call it a day. But with that said, if you're looking for a more in-depth explanation, that's something that I'll try to provide for you at this moment. And by the way, I'm just going to take this opportunity to self-plug myself. So if you're feeling the content that I am providing for you in this podcast, please feel free to like, comment, share, subscribe, do the damn thing and help a brother out, because content like this does not come easy. We all, as content creators, have to really struggle and find inspiration and motivation and remap in our own personal way, whether it be in a physical or psychological way, in order to continue providing you with content that we feel would be valuable to you and ourselves, right? Now, with that said, I am in no way, shape, or form a psychologist. I am not a therapist. I am not someone that you would call qualified to instruct other particular individuals on what it is that they need to do with their lives. I'm just merely an individual with my own lived experiences, and maybe something I say can resonate with you. And that resonation hopefully creates this harmonic convergence, sort of. You're transmutating this energy that I am providing and extending to the world into something that you can manifest and manipulate into a way that works best for you, right? So when we're remapping, we're doing it in all aspects of our lives. For example, let's say you're at a dead-end job that you don't like, okay? You wake up every day, you brush your teeth, you take a shower, you drink your cup of coffee so that you could just function as a normal human being, and you go to this job. Because of this particular pandemic, a lot of us have been forced to stay home. A lot of us have lost our jobs, like I did in my case, and some of us find new opportunities, as I also did. But that also takes a little bit of preparation. You have to sort of be aware and understand the way that your life is functioning with this current time that we're in, right? So remap your mind, okay? I always feel that remapping your mind is more important, because as you remap your mind, your body starts to slowly follow. You tell yourself, hey, you know what? I didn't really think I can do this before, but somehow, some way, I figured out that I can live in this new world, in this brave new world that we're all a part of right now. And I was able to rise from perdition and sort of extend my beliefs in myself out there into the world and created something brand new. If you have this pause, if you have this opportunity right now, please take it and do something with it, okay? Because we only do ourselves a disservice when we refuse to remap our existence. We have to constantly evolve with the times that we're living in, right? Why do we have to do it? We have to do it simply because we have no choice. Us as human beings, since the dawn of time up until the current moment that we are in at this particular moment, and our future offspring and our future predecessors, not predecessors, I apologize, predecessors is before, I mean after, right? The individuals that come after us are gonna deal with other hardships that we probably didn't deal with in this generation, right? And we had to prepare for that, and we had to find a solution in order to better educate and let the individuals know going forward that will come after us that, hey, it can work. It can work. And we're presented with a very unique opportunity, because right now we live in a day and age where technology is so readily available to us that we no longer have to go to a library or find magazine articles. We don't have to get a scissors and cut out little clips and post it on our walls for motivation. We have the internet for that, okay? Take the internet, utilize it to remap your life. The same way these Google employees go around in their trucks remapping the area that they're surrounded by in order to provide you with fresh and new information so that you know where you're going when you're driving, you know where you're going when you're walking, when you're biking, etc., right? These things constantly have to happen. You can't just remap one time and call it a day, because if you do that, you're no longer working with current information. You're working with something that is outdated, and we don't want to do that, okay? So when I think of remapping, and I know that I'm sort of mentioning this a lot, but there's a purpose to it, okay? We have to remap in different aspects of our lives. Now, I am a fitness dude. I love exercising, and I will tell you that during this pandemic, I gained about 20 pounds. It was really bad. I was doing great. I was doing Spartan races. I was in the best shape of my life. I'm 37 years old now, and I gained a bunch of weight. But what am I doing? I am remapping. I am taking a nice hard look in the mirror and I'm telling myself, you know what? This isn't the way, man. This isn't the way. I figured that in order for me to live a more fulfilled existence, I have to get back towards where I was and improve, because the goal is to keep improving, right? When you create an operating system for a computer, right, whether it's Windows or iOS related, you constantly come up with updates in order to improve the user experience. You add new innovations that weren't previously available to you in the past in order to function better and for you to use the resources available to you in a more efficient manner. We do the same thing with our bodies. Continuously improve your skill set. You know, if you got this pause and you're stuck at home right now and you can't work and you have access to the internet, whether it's something as simple as your cellular device, because look, I get it. Not everybody's rich. We don't all got money. We don't all have the ability to have whatever it is that we need at this current moment, but it doesn't mean that we can't attempt it. And it doesn't mean that we can't succeed to an extent. The worst thing you can do in this world is not try. And to take another page from Vinnie Tortorich in his book, Fitness Confidential, which once more I highly recommend, and Audible is not a sponsor to my video. I don't have any sponsors because I'm a small channel. So they don't give a crap about me. Not yet at least, but I'm gonna make them see who I am. I want people to realize that anyone can do this if you have the right mindset, if you have the capability to be able to learn, if you have people in your life that support you, anything is possible. You can do it. Now, granted, look, I will extend an olive branch to all of you. We do have particular parts of the world where that is not possible. You have people in different countries, for example, that don't have the privilege that we have at this current moment. But I'm gonna tell you something right now. If you can look at this video, if you can tweet and complain about it, if you can dislike this video or like it, whether or not you felt that you gained value from this, you are privileged, okay? I don't care how oppressed you believe you are, okay? We are in a country where we are allowed the opportunity to do what we can and will with the resources available to us. Even if you have a $50 stock Android phone, you can record your thoughts and project them to the world, all right? It doesn't have to be super top tier. You don't have to have a fancy mic. You don't have to have a fancy camera. You don't have to have fancy lights. All you need is a fancy mind, okay? Utilize the biggest muscle available to you in your head, your brain. Your brain will have you extend further than you ever thought possible. If you just utilize it, if you just remap it, if you strengthen it, okay? Get up in the morning, drink your 2 cups of water, rehydrate your body. You've been sleeping for 6, 8+ hours, right? You need it. You're remapping your body every morning you wake up. When you take a shower and you're washing the dead cells off of you, you are remapping your body, okay? And with that, you got a fresher mind. Sometimes your day won't start because of something as simple as not showering when you get up. I'm a huge proponent of that. I currently work from home, but I'll tell you right now that I still get ready every morning as if I were getting on a train or if I was driving to work, because I've noticed the difference. I've noticed the psychological boost that I get, and I've noticed the physical boost that I get in the process of me getting ready as if I were going somewhere else. So get yourself ready every day, because you never know when opportunity is going to strike. And if you're not there when that opportunity strikes, if you don't prepare, if you don't tell yourself that you can do something because you're too scared of what others might think, or because you might not believe that you're skilled enough or intelligent enough to do it, then you're never going to remap and you're never going to achieve anything great, okay? Greatness does not come from your couch. Greatness does not come from your bed. Greatness comes from consistency, preparation, perseverance, and most importantly, your own psychological conditioning, your own mindset. But with that said, I feel like I've harped on long enough with this video. I really enjoyed making it, believe it or not. I felt that there's a lot of great value that a lot of you can gain if you just tell yourself that you can and you simply actually try instead of accepting failure the first chance, the first time it happens. We're gonna fail a lot in this world. But if we don't pick ourselves back up, if we don't try, if we don't put 110% of our effort, then we can't be angry at the government. We can't be angry at our friends, our family, our significant others. We can't be angry at anyone but ourselves. So remap yourself to prepare for something greater. But with that said, I've been NeoStarling. If you felt that you've gained any value from this, please feel free to like, comment, share, subscribe, do the damn thing and help a brother out. I will be providing more content when I have the opportunity to, whenever I feel the inspiration. If you feel that you have some video topics that you'd like me to talk about, please use the comment section below in order to continue and extend this conversation to go further. I'm not a big YouTuber and I will respond to you. But with that said, you guys are all awesome. And don't ever let anyone tell you different. Signing off.